When you want to succeed in business, one of the best things you could do is to go someone who has already succeeded in business and learn from them, right? You go to someone who's done well and you ask him, what's the secret to your success? So a young man did that. He went up to a very successful businessman, multimillionaire, owned a lot of different companies, and he said, how have you been so successful in business? And the guy thought about it for a minute, and he says, well, it comes from making good decisions, good choices. Well, how do you make good choices? Thought about it a little bit. Well, that comes from experience. I have a lot of experience making choices. And he says, well, how do you gain that experience? Well, that comes from making bad decisions. Sometimes we go through rough times in life, and we think we're making all the wrong decisions, and we are just kind of failing at every turn. And we forget that these are the times that God uses to form us and to form our character. And I think of David, someone who God called a man after his own heart. And I heard a quote about him recently. It said, David and Goliath took just a few minutes, but it made David's reputation. David had to flee from Saul for 13 years. That made David's character. And Ellen White has a quote. It says, a character formed according to the divine likeness is the only treasure that we can take from this world to the next. Those who are under the instruction of Christ in this world will take every divine attainment with them to the heavenly mansions. And in heaven, we are to continually improve our character. We don't just attain a perfect character when Christ comes. It is something